By special request, how does Nevada tax you with income of $60,000 in retirement? That's what we're going to talk about here today at the Heritage Wealth Planning YouTube channel. So if you want to know your tax rate in the state of Nevada or in any of the other 49 states, you've come to the right place. So don't forget to subscribe. And then, of course, once you subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for future content. So let's dive right into this, my friends, at heritagewealthplanning.com. And you will see the pop-up IRA distributions are a tax nightmare, which is my free book, The Tax Bomb in Your Retirement Accounts and How the Roth IRA Can Help You Avoid It. Just fill out your info right there and hit submit, and you should be on your way to understanding the benefits, the many benefits of the Roth IRA particularly. And don't forget, along those lines, Roth IRA and Social Security, the perfect retirement plan, So, all right, so we go to heritagewealthplanning.com. You go up to tax tools, interactive tax page. You click on that guy, and it will take you to the interactive tax tool. And first, you'll see the federal tax interactive tool from the Tax Foundation, and you can run a bunch of different scenarios on your own circumstance regarding the Tax Cut and Jobs Act of last year. Then you scroll down to what we want here today, and this is the Smart Asset State Tax Tools, and we want Nevada, which I believe is in their top. Yeah, it's in their top 7. Yep, 7 of very tax friendly. So Nevada is a good place from a tax perspective. Too hot for me, man. Right now in Georgia on October 4th, it's 90 degrees out there. Even though I did notice in Rapid City, South Dakota, it's snowing. Yeah, look at that, Rapid City, South Dakota. Look at all that snow. That's crazy. I've always wanted to go to. Anyone know anything about Rapid City? Man, put pictures if you do. Rapid City has always been intriguing to me. The kind of the upper Midwest I've always been fond of. A little bit of a drier climb. I'm gonna get my camera squared away. There we go. The drier climb because the humidity in the South, it eats me alive. And I think I could handle the cold. I don't know. We shall see. All right. So let's dive right into Nevada. Why can't I get my thing? There we go. There we go. Right there. All right. And so here in the great state of Nevada, we're going to have $40,000 of Social Security. We're going to have $20,000 of IRA income. We're married, filing jointly, and we're born in 1952. So for those of you who follow my channel, the reason we're born in 1952 is to make sure we take advantage of the high standard deduction from last year's tax bill of $13,300 each. All right. And as you can see, we pay no taxes whatsoever, none to the feds and none to the state. None of the feds and none of the states. So swap this around. Let me write that down because like I said, I'm keeping all this in my book, my soon-to-be published book, The State-by-State Guide to Taxes for Retirees. And we're going to talk about sales tax, and income tax, property taxes, gas tax, estate tax. So Nevada is 0 and 0. Now we're going to flip this around to $20,000 in Social Security. $20,000 in Social Security. Why is it doing that? Boink. Okay. $20,000 in Social Security and $40,000 of IRA distribution income. We're going to hit enter and watch this. And we got nothing in Nevada, but we got $2,871 in federal income tax. Wow. So $2,871 in federal income tax from that one little synopsis. Why? And if this is your first video, this will make sense to you. If you've been watching a lot of these, you'll know how this works. But we got to figure out what our provisional income is. Provisional income. Let me make myself bigger here. Actually, I'll tell you what. And what provisional income is, you take half of your Social Security benefit and you add all your other income. So in this case, our Social Security benefit is $20,000. So we take half of that. Plus, we add all of our other income, which would include, even if you had tax-exempt interest, it would include your tax-exempt interest as well. So our provisional income in this case is $50,000. All right. Half of Social Security 20,000. Take half of that. We add all of our other income and we plus them together. $50,000 is our provisional income. What does provisional income do? It tells us how much of our Social Security benefit will be subject to taxation. All right, so we got $50,000 provisional income. Now there's 3 bands or bends at how you figure out how much of your Social Security will be taxed. 0 to 32 of provisional income, nothing's taxed. All right. 32 to 44, whatever that amount is taxed at 50%. Not a 50% tax rate, but 50% of that amount will be subject to income tax. And greater than 44K, let me just write that down a little bit better so you can read it. Greater than 44K, whatever that amount is, 85% of that will be added to your adjusted gross income. So we have $50,000. The first $32,000 is not subject to anything. The next $12,000, 50% of that will be added to your adjusted gross income. And then any amount above $44,000, 85% will be added to your adjusted gross income. So in this case, we have $12,000 in the second bend, which means $6,000. 12,000 times 50% is 6,000, and we got 6,000. Yeah, we got 6,000 at the 85% threshold. So 6,000 times 85% is 5,100. You add those two together, and too many zeros there. And what you'll find is 11,100 of your Social Security benefit is subject to taxation. All right. So now what we got to do? That's your provisional income. And your provisional income just simply tells you how much of your Social Security benefit is subject to tax. So now we take our 11,100 of Social Security. We add all of our other sources of income. Now, this would not include this time your tax-exempt interest. So if you have tax-exempt interest, that doesn't fall into this category, but it does fall into the category which determines how much of your Social Security benefit is taxed. And we take 51,000. We add those two together, and we got adjusted gross income of 51,100. All right. Now we're not done yet. We got to take our standard deduction of 26,600, and we got 24,500 or something like that. Yeah. So we got our taxable incomes right here. So we got 51,000 is our adjusted gross income. Take away our standard deduction. Subtract that from your standard deduction from your AGI, and you get taxable income of 24,500, which means you're going to have a tax of 2,871 to the feds, even though you don't pay anything to the state. And you'll get around that unless you were doing planning in the advance, which was reducing your IRA distributions and increasing your Social Security, because as we just showed you, in that case, you got no taxation whatsoever. All right, so let's keep going down here. I want to show you about Nevada. These are some of the cheapest places to live in Nevada, and the smartasset.com calculator shows us the most tax-friendly places for retirees in the great state of Nevada, the Silver State. I wonder if that's because they found silver there. I don't know. So let me just drink my water there and see what these guys say. All right, so again, we want to minimize IRA distributions, maximize Social Security. So you're at 55 years old. The first thing you should be thinking is, how can I minimize IRAs and maximize Social Security? And what you should be doing is looking at your Roth IRA and your 401k, or just regular Roth IRA. Absolutely. All right, so here we come. And basically in those two areas, the southeast and the northwest, Nevada, the cheapest places are there in Nevada. So we'll say Lemon Valley. Now, what happens here is we're taking a guy or a lady who's retired. They're making $50,000 a year from 4 different sources of income: Social Security, IRA distributions, earned income, and the other one was pension. So they got $50,000 a year of income, and they're retired, and their taxes are income tax paid $5,141 because they're paying to the feds. They got a property tax rate of 0.5 of 1%. How the smartasset.com tool figures this out, which is why it took so long to load up, is they look at every single city in the state. They take their median tax paid, divide it into the median property value for that city. So Lemon Valley, the median property tax is 0.54%. That's the tax rate. So there's 50% above that, 50% below it in terms of median property values and the median tax dollars paid. But when all is said and done, that means you have a tax rate of 0.54, which is pretty doggone cheap. High sales tax in Nevada, no getting around that. No income tax, high sales tax. There you go. Not high fuel tax for sure. So we got no income tax, tiny property tax, not much fuel tax, high sales tax, and that leads you to a nice 77.54 on the Richter scale, actually on the retirement tax friendliness index. The most friendly place in Connecticut, for example, was 23% or something like that. Alabama was about 58%. Alaska's in the 99%. So Nevada's up there for sure. So if you're looking at Paradise, Nevada, and that sounds like I don't know what happens if you click it. That sounds like a wonderful place, Paradise, Nevada. Don't know anything about it, but sounds like paradise, right? And that's number 9, which is down here. Is that towards Phoenix? Yeah, I can't remember. I think it is. So this is Death Valley over here, and this is Phoenix or Arizona. Is that going to be Kingman, Arizona right here, then Death Valley? I think so. So that doesn't seem like paradise to me. But anyway, if you were to go down to paradise, you have a higher property tax. Yeah, look at that. So even paradise has a much higher property tax than it does in Lebanon Valley. I don't know anything about the towns, but that's a wonderful tool, this smartasset.com. So again, heritagewealthplanning.com. Go over here to tax tools, interactive tax tool, and you're ready to rock and roll. So as always, if you like what we talk about here at Heritage Wealth Planning, the YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe down below. Comments are always welcome. Thumbs up help me with the YouTube algorithms. And just visit the blog here at heritagewealthplanning.com. We'll see you next time. Thanks now.